Welcome back to Behind the Brush podcast. This is a new season with new topics that we are so excited to talk to you guys with.
I'm Sofia.
I'm Paiton.
And we are your hosts. So last season, we covered topics like brand ambassadors and models, nail products, nail identity, and so on. So if you want to learn about those, check out our YouTube channel. They'll all be there. And in today's season premiere episode, we're going to be talking about all these nail techs and where they came from, because I don't know.
Because tell me you haven't seen all these nail techs just popping up that you've never seen before on your For You page or randomly following you out of nowhere.
Exactly. So today we're going to talk about how to spot the difference between a hobby and a career and why it's important to know who you're booking with. So let's get into it. Roll the intro.
So, if you've been here before, you already know, and if you're not, welcome, to our Nails of the Week.
Okay, so I'm going first, and to nails of the week are acrylic berry nails. So I had to do what I pretty much always do, which is like French nails. We got like gold bling going on. It's just giving like cute royal. I like it.
Yes.
And we've got like the cute encrust in the middle that gives me like vintage vibes. Like I don't know why, like the gold vintage French nails.
Yep. Now, I ain't gonna show y'all my nails because they are busted, but I did take a video of them when they weren't busted.
In their full glory.
So here they are. I did a lot of 3D. It was giving very much foresty vibes. I even put like a 3D snake.
There was a snake. I was about to say, these are the snake ones.
A little snaky snake on there, and then like snake print. So it was super gorgeous, but not in its full glory today. So
right.
Here's just a cute video.
Okay, beautiful. And if you guys want to share with us nails of the week too, just tag us on our Instagram.
Yes. Now, back to these new aspiring nail techs. Where did they come from? Literally. There's been a surge of nail techs in the industry, and the market has definitely become oversaturated in a sense. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree. And beauty professions as a whole have been like so much more accessible and have grown popularity, and people's hobbies are getting turned into careers overnight, and this is all happening through social media influence. You can start an Instagram page and sell anything in one day. Like by that night you can just like have a self-proclaimed brand. Literally. You can just be anybody's anyone for anything. You can like make your own space in anything on Instagram these days, and so that's basically like what a lot of people have been like attracted towards, and what we're going to be talking about today.
Yes. So now you kind of want to know like what's the difference between convenience and passion.
Right.
What separates the people that, are doing this because it's something they love to do and something they want to make a career, or someone that's just doing it mainly because, it's either like they're trying to get a bag, or like they see this lifestyle that they see, online, that they want to replicate. So, I mean, things you want to look out for, things you want to see is like, if you believe you have a passion for it, you definitely invest more of your time, invest more of your money. You actually take the time to learn about, different health and safety things. You reaching out to other people to see, okay, well, how did you start? How did you, come about thinking that nails was going to be, your passion, or hair was going to be your passion, or lashes, compared to someone that's doing it more of convenience. It's like, I've seen a lot of people do this. They make a lot of money from it. Why can't I? Yeah. You don't necessarily care about the health and safety aspect or the business aspect of a business. You're more focused on, I need to make a certain amount of money within a certain amount of time.
Right. And you know that beauty servicing can bring in that money. It's looked at as something that's like just a job that you can do to get money, like a high paying job. Oh yeah, I'll just become a nail tech, or I'll become like a hairdresser, then I can always just do hair. Where that does have its value, but in the grand scheme of things, when you really think about like what is a career, what is a profession, something that you really feel like you're kind of gonna dedicate your life to doing and being in that space and growing like that community within that thing that you believe in so much that like it's going to be your career.
Right.
So when people say like I've been in like this is my career, they've kind of dedicated their life to doing that thing and all things that fall under that umbrella of that community that they're in.
And I feel like there's nothing wrong with doing it like out of convenience. There's nothing wrong with doing it out of convenience if you're doing it for yourself.
I understand that, yeah.
It becomes problematic when you start doing it out of convenience for other people.
I see. Because I think there's a line to everything. A lot of people know, oh yeah, my auntie does my hair. Okay? Because why would you go to the hair salon to go get a blowout? Oh, if you're cool with your auntie and your auntie will do it for you.
Exactly.
That's a reasonable circumstance of convenience. Right? Let your auntie do your hair.
Right.
But if you're gonna start, let's say, convincing your auntie to be like, oh, let me post that you do blowouts. You can have like a couple people on the weekends, auntie, and like you can make like $200 like real quick. That's the line that you're crossing of like, did your auntie really want to be doing that? She probably looks at it as good bonding time for you guys. I get to do something nice for you. You know, you get to trust it. It's like your auntie doing it.
Word.
But then you're crossing that line of like turning it into something that it just never was.
And then it's like, does auntie only, you know, she can be really good at hair, but she knows your texture hair. Does auntie know everybody else's texture hair, how their hair, you know, handles certain products, or how, you know, to properly apply certain things to other types of hair. So it's like the convenience is good because she's doing it for you.
Right.
But when you bring other people into her convenience, it becomes a gray area, because it's like she can be good, but at what cost?
Right. And it's almost just kind of like, this is not really what you signed up for. And then that's how you get a lot of instance of like those beauty service providers who you get those horror stories from, because they weren't anticipating a lot of the other things that are going to come with what you're trying to do. 100%. It's just not as easy as making a page, oh, DM me to book. You can DM people all day long. All day. And do stuff all day long. You can DM people to do stuff all day long. Literally. But when you come down to it and you want someone to respect themselves for what they're doing, or else they're not going to have the same respect for you and give you a respectful, like, full circle like experience.
Exactly.
Or so, because they're not looking at it in the same way that you're looking at it from.
Exactly. So now, with that being said, you kind of have to ask, how do you differentiate between nail techs? How do you differentiate between the convenience nail techs and, you know, the more passionate, seasoned nail techs?
Yeah.
So here are some red flags and green flags on what to look out for when you're trying to separate the two.
Right.
So red flags, starting there, promoting what they learned as a get rich quick scheme.
Yeah.
That they're making bank, you know, like,
yeah, I'm
making $100K as a nail tech. I'm offering these classes, like
POV, you booked my nail class, now you're making $100K a year. What, this can be you. Those are all marketing tactics to make this seem like something so attainable that like you have to do it, because you know what I mean,
or
like
that it's easy.
Right. It's so easy. You have, like, there's no way you can't do this and you could be making $100K by next year. Those are all marketing tactics that go over everyone's head.
100%. And then sometimes you don't even stop to think, well, what are your credentials? Like, who are you to be saying, like, take my classes because it's so easy, or I can show you how to make $100K as a nail tech? It's like, be careful when, you know, they're posting or promoting that on their page. And, like, another red flag would be the improper use of nail products.
Yeah, don't even have to, like,
I scroll on TikTok every day and I see people using Gel X application terribly.
The Gel X application, oh my goodness, it's
like, oh, it's so easy. Like, you can buy this kit for $25 and you can have nails at home.
The way that people's nails, they dog their nails, is so bad.
Yes, and
like it's just so bad,
and they're like digging real deep into their nails. or they get contact dermatitis because they realize that they've been applying the Gel X application incorrectly.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, I'm never going to get my nails done ever again because either I messed up my nails or this person
you tried to have someone else fix it after you like messed it up probably.
So those are definitely red flags to look out for when, you know, you're trying to differentiate the two nail techs.
Because you just have to think about, what do you see?
Right.
What do you see? Are you seeing, going and looking at people's pages and like what they do, have already something in your mind that you're looking for, because anything that anyone puts like is going to persuade you a certain way, because everything's so methodical on both sides of the spectrum. I'm picking these pictures on purpose. I'm editing them this way for a certain purpose. I'm setting up my caption like this so you stay on my page and you're reading all my stuff. Exactly. Everything's methodical. So look at what you're like, see what you're looking at, kind of a thing. See what you're looking at. Does that really make sense? Look into it deep, kind of like, don't let all of like the short social media attention span thing to just like let you get
like fooled into thinking,
kind of
like,
fooled, and like persuaded into a way, because it's so easy to just like click around a little bit and not really look into anything like super deep. When people go out of their way to make themselves look a certain way. Like, it's just about being like a mindful consumer too. Like, you don't want to be up in this situation where you're typing out a horror story on Facebook. Not to foreshadow.
Literally. So what are some green flags you would say for like looking for the right kind of, I guess, model or nail tech to follow, in a sense? Okay.
I would say, as a normal consumer person, a really good green flag of nail techs, I think, is if they're super easy to contact. You should be able to find them on social media. Most likely you're finding them on social media. You should be able to DM them and get a response, in my opinion, in a day or less.
Yeah.
I really feel like in a day or less.
For sure.
Unless, and then post, and like you should be able to see other ways of like means of contacting them. They should have like an email address or a way to get their phone number. Let's say like a lot of people like DM me first, oh, here's my number if that works for you, or like a booking site where you can read things about them, so that way it breaks down that wall of like someone I found online and you're actually talking to a real person. That's like the connection part where you can actually see that translate over,
of course.
You know, and like it doesn't feel like this thing that's just like so far away, this like person like that you don't really know, but like you can actually connect with them. And this can be like something more real and not just like on the internet. Like lives on the internet. It's all about like your perception of things and like breaking down that wall.
I agree, because it's like if I'm not able, because I've definitely seen pages where, you know, they're promoting a whole lot, and you're like, well, how do I get in contact with you to learn more information?
It's almost like half of their page is just like selling you.
Yeah, like the marketing scheme. And it's like, okay, you're 50% there with your marketing scheme, but it's like, if I can't contact you, or if the email is like just a general email, it's not even like an email to an actual person.
I see.
How am I to know like I'm really not getting scammed, you know? Because it's like, you're telling me I have to pay $500 for this course or this class that you're offering. I should be able to speak to a real person about this. Right. Because if I'm not, then
what is it even really? I'm not just going to put this $500 class in my cart and check out and expect to get a link to something. There's this social media living on the internet thing that has to get like broken up, in my opinion. For sure. So that way, again, you can just ask questions, like, and I feel like that's the thing, like, what's the point of anything if you can't just like know about it and you can't like ask questions? Because anyone who's teaching those classes who really wants you to take it, right, they're trying to make money low-key, so they really want you to take this class. But if they're really invested in teaching this class, they're going to want people to reach out to them. They're going to want to talk to you to find out, what are your questions, what are you worried about, this is what we're going to be learning, what are you interested in? Because as a teacher of something that they care about, that's going to be important to them also.
100%.
So what else are some green flags here?
I guess another green flag would be information, like we explained. People sharing the work. Yeah. People showing reviews.
Again, like the real people. Right. Real people.
Like it's actual people giving their reviews or reposting their work. Yeah. Commenting on their page. Like it's not like I go to your page, I click on a post, and there's like 3 likes, no comments.
Or it's like spam comments on there. Right. Something that just, those things that just make it seem like weird. Mm-hmm. But again, just like real people seeing, oh yeah, they have reviews. Oh yeah, they have a highlight of client camp, because people really appreciate, right? They appreciate what you do. They like it. They want to share, because everything tells you something. So if they have 3 client camp stories, that means people love sharing about them. People, you see the same usernames. Oh, people come back to this like person. It's real people. Right. And you just kind of get that real connection from it.
For sure.
Yeah.
And pictures of themselves?
I feel like a picture of yourself, again, just so that way you don't feel like you're a bot person. Yeah. Like, I should be able, we can all like do enough clicking around and like, not lurking, but if I can't find a picture of you anywhere on the internet, you know what I mean? I don't really know what you look like. And not for nothing, a lot of people get anxiety about meeting new people or just doing anything social. People get social anxiety, and that's normal. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I kind of want someone to know what I look like before you come and like show up to my house for the first time.
Like, please.
Like, this is what I look like. This is my name. This is what I'm about.
Like, this is me, okay? Like,
right, like, I'm a real person, and I want you to know that. Like,
right, and I feel like, you know, that's just an extra touch. Like, it doesn't, you don't have to have it, but it's an extra touch to be like, yeah, I'm opening myself up to you so you can know who I am, so you feel comfortable to actually come to me.
And I feel like with, you know, the industry that we're in specifically, like nails too, it's anything that's super artistic, like, it is me behind it, so I care enough to like want to put my name behind that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like nails by Sofia and you don't know who is Sofia. Right. Where is the point? I just see nails and it's like I kind of want to know more about you. It just kind of makes it more personal and just can build that trust. You can break down like those internet barriers, and like you can literally just start building trust from a person if you're like, oh yeah, this is her page, this is what she's about, here's like a picture of her, that's cool, and her dog, like, you know. And her dog. You just get to see people for being real.
Yep. So if you are really interested in doing nails after you've done them on yourself for convenience, right, you may be asking, how do I transition from being a nail artist of convenience to, you know, a more passionate professional nail tech, if that's what you're interested in? I would say the first thing, YouTube University is going to be your best friend. Mm-hmm. Like, looking at all the videos, because even when I was starting out, there was a lot of people that had tutorials or like nail information that you want to know, like, oh, how do I sanitize my implements? Type that in on YouTube and you'll find 60 different accounts that show you different ways you want to like clean your implements or how to apply acrylic. YouTube will literally give it to you all. Yeah. You don't necessarily have to outright pay $500 for somebody to teach you. Yes,
definitely. And a lot of times those videos are like, you know, like how to fix it kind of videos too, because these are people making these videos because they've gone through the same thing. So YouTube University, I got my brush clogged. How do I fix my brush? That, like, those things where it's like you don't have someone right there to ask. Yeah, but you get to ask someone in a way. So definitely YouTube University, everything.
Because that was definitely something I was looking up regularly. Like, yo, my brush is clogged with acrylic, and I don't know what to do.
And I also feel like I would watch the same videos over and over again, like over and over and over again. When you find those few people that like you just like watch their videos like specifically, I was watching all like the same video over and over and over again. I would just like watch it and practice it and then watch it more and more, just because it was like, damn, how is she doing that? It looks so easy. Like, oh my goodness. Like,
and you want it to be like perfect, not perfect, but like in your mind you want to be able to,
because you're just looking at them doing it and you're just like, dang,
like, I want to do that too. Like, let me get on it too.
And also I feel like the early days of like YouTube nails, like 2010s era, was like so iconic. Oh yeah, because it was, at least the nails that I liked weren't super, like, I wasn't even into acrylic nails, so I was doing just a lot of regular polish and like dotting tool designs. Like, that was my life, you know what I mean? Like,
you were the dot queen, like, dotting tool queen.
There's this one account, I don't remember what her name is. I think it's not like Cute Polish. Oh, but I really am feeling like bad that I can't even remember her username, because she came out with this video of a nail tutorial for a polar bear in a snowstorm. And I'm gonna put we have to put the thing right here, because it was an April Fool's prank, and I remember watching it and being like, oh yep, she's about it, and she was like my favorite, and I was like, oh yep, she put this cute video of a polar bear in a snowstorm nails, super cute, and it was just like white polished nails, and I was like, girl, what's going on?
Where's the polar bear?
Polar bear in a snowstorm. Think about it. You get it?
Because of the white
it's
nails.
Just white.
It's just white.
And I was like, bye. But I really wish I could remember what her name was. I bet you that video has like 10 million views. I kid you not.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I would have been so, like, I would have been cracking up for like 20 minutes.
Nah, it was that funny.
Like,
because she had mad subscribers too, so everyone in the comments was like, Sandy,
like,
how
girl,
could you?
How dare you?
So shout out to Sandy, but
shout out to her.
You know?
But like, you know, other than YouTube University, you want to follow other nail techs, watch their page, study what they do, see, you know, what they're doing that could help you, and, you know, find someone you admire. Yeah. Because that's like the easiest way to, like we talked about in another episode, to find what it is you want to do, to find like your niche, or your like what it is you want to expand upon. Yeah. And like that's the easiest way. Like, yeah,
for sure. Do you have anyone in specific that like you remember watching their videos, or anyone like that you just like their nail art, like anyone specifically that you feel like you were?
Definitely Nails by Dev.
Nails by Dev for sure.
Ball pit nails. I loved her page, and like she always did like these tutorials on like Halloween tutorials. Oh yeah, how to draw like ghost characters, and I'd be on her page heavy all the time, just watching. Like, yeah. Oh, like let me see if she posted in tutorials today. Let me try some of her tutorials. So I definitely was like heavy on both of their pages, because I was, after I got over the whole like acrylic thing, like just doing acrylic, I'm like, okay, let me try, you know, nail art. Right. And those two, they just popped up on my page randomly. And I was like, oh, this is bomb.
Just hooked like, off rip from the first one.
From the first time I seen the video, I'm like, that's the one. Yeah. That's the one I'm going to follow. And ever since then, I, like, even to this day, I still, like, go to their pages to see, like, what kind of nail art they're doing now. Because it's a complete difference in comparison. Yeah. Like, from back then to now. It's like, I can definitely do more intricate work. And it's like, now let me see if I can do some of the intricate work they're doing.
That they do actually feel like you could like do follow that more.
Because it's like, let me see if I can catch up to them in a sense. Like, it's almost like, you're my rival, like anime type rival. Like, I want you to be my bestie, but like, you're going to push me to be better.
I got you.
So definitely like, that's how I feel like when I see their pages and stuff. And I definitely kept that throughout my career.
That's definitely a good one.
Like, what about you? Like, who's your...
I have two, because there's one where I just love everything that she does. I'm just like a fan, and that's always been Nailed by Cleo. Word. She's fire. All her nails are fire. I just feel like the nail style she does is what I try to do. Same thing. I just try to do that, and it's different, of course, but just like same core principles. Like, I like more of like a thin, I like kind of like a curved arch a little bit, not so straighter. Like, I just like to look at her structure a lot, and I feel like that for me was when I was going through a period of like maybe like from like 2 years ago where my retention was really bad, and I knew I had to just like lock in on my application. And so I was watching a lot of her videos, and then I was watching a lot of D Nail Slayer videos on YouTube. D Nail Slayer, she put a lot of videos out on YouTube all the time, still to this day, of like start to finish, just like pretty much just like time lapse kind of videos, like not even overly explaining. Word. Just music over, and I'm just literally watching you like her do the nails. I'm just watching you do the nails. What kind of tip, like, you know, you put all the information of stuff that you use. So I'm like, okay, so she's doing this kind of application kind of technique mixed with these tips that she's using. This is the kind of look that she's getting. And a third one, to be honest, that I just thought of right now is Tabitha Scott Nails. She does super good, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She does super good like bling work. And it's just like so intricate, and she does a lot of explaining of like her technique and stuff that she uses, and her videos are super, both of them actually like super relaxing, like gives ASMR vibes first of all, and secondly just like the technique and like I feel like the mastery you can just see is amazing. So like for all three of them, just all of that like combined together of stuff that I like, you know what I mean? Like structure with one, application with another, and then like the bling kind of work technique with the third, like all that stuff that I like.
And you can definitely tell like who you like looked after or looked up to throughout your work
now.
Yes, because it's like, oh, okay, I really see like I definitely was on their page heavy because now
you went through the phase.
My style, like my style has kind of developed into their style in a sense.
Exactly.
And it's like, okay, I know who they looked up to, or I know who they studied to get to where they are, kind of. And you know, it's kind of cool to look back at like where you were to where you are now, and then like kind of compare, for lack of a better word, compare like yourself to who you looked up to and see like, you know, are you closer to where you want to be, or did you make it to where you want to be already, and then you can set new goals for yourself.
Exactly.
So definitely like that makes it easier to just keep practicing, because all in all nail techs, there's never a point in time where you stop growing, because once you stop growing, it's like that's a bad sign. As soon as you stop like wanting to get better, then you're starting to regress back into like that convenience mindset.
Exactly.
Like you want to keep getting better so that you can keep your professionalism. You want to keep being able to provide for people that want to try new things one day, and you know, you want to be able to do that. You want to be able to offer them those services.
Definitely. And not just like just always wanting to like push yourself. Definitely, because like with everything that we just said, and especially that point, all in all, you just have to practice. You spend just a lot of time just doing nails.
Literally,
that's the only way you're gonna get better.
And like she said, practice 3 times. practice.
Yeah, definitely.
So with all of that being said, that wraps up the first episode of season 2 of Behind the Brush podcast. Could you believe it?
I know. So per usual, all of our socials are going to be on the screen in the description box down below. Make sure to check out all of our other videos from season 1 and subscribe so that you can see all of our episodes from season 2, of course. And we can't wait to dive into all the amazing topics that we do have lined up for this season, which we're really excited about. So make sure to subscribe, smash that like button, and thanks for watching. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Paiton.
And this is Behind the Brush podcast.